as these things do happen on this Sunday fun day. Let's see, gotta get in. Greeny and Craig Coinpurse, I just sent it to you too. Neon and Chet, I just sent it to you all. I guess I should have pivoted. Chet, you're here live on Spaces. For this alien ape or zombie, a little bit about yourself. If it snows wherever you live, and you don't have to disclose that if you want, you can make it up, even if it's in a pixelated world. And favorite winter activity, I would say. Go ahead, my friend.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, I love it. A filter.
I live west. My favorite activity is to laugh and make fun of all of you who are miserable. I'm wearing shorts and a sweatshirt, so it's kind of an interesting dynamic.
Oh, I love it. I love it. So then, I mean, what's your favorite winter? Is golf your favorite winter activity down there? Laying by the beach? I mean, you could do it year round, I guess.
Yep, off-roading. I'm always out in the desert, and I try to get out it as much as possible, just get completely away from the city. The winter's the best time because all the bugs and everything else is kind of like laying dormant. So I can really enjoy the wilderness without like wasps or spiders or any of that crazy stuff.
I love it. I love it. And that's one thing I always worry about. Like, I'm not saying I'm in the Australian area ever, but just like sometimes when it's too warm down there, it's just like rattlers, the scorpions, and I'm sorry, I'm probably totally stereotyping, like, what my viewpoints of maybe other areas of the world are. But, I can get away from world. I don't have to worry about putting my foot in the shoe or getting bitten. Worst I have to do, I guess, is shovel. But I consider that exercise. All right, look up above right now. Retweet the NovoVerse. There it is. We are live video. Greeny, I'm sorry if it's not pairing into yours, but you can look at the top and probably pair into it. But what the NovoVerse does is live video, or right now it's myself, Craig Coinpurse, Avery Piper. I think I sent it to you in Discord, so whenever you can chime in, that'd be great to have you in there. And we also have Neon Kodak, which we'll speak with next. I love the filters, the anonymity. Neon Kodak, I wonder what this alien ape or zombie is going to sound like. Audio check. How are you doing, my friend?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Oh, I love it. Another pixelated look here. Pixelated people we're speaking with. So a little bit about yourself, if you wanted to declare that, if it snows or pixelated snow where you're from, and favorite winter activity.
Oh, man, I'm just going to give it to you straight. Like Greeny, I am a hardcore snowboarder. That's all I want to do.
Wow.
Favorite sport, doesn't matter if it snows here, I go where it snows.
Snowboarding. It's funny. I shouldn't say it's funny. There's a lot of Web3 connections in the within the Web3 world. Good friend who does a lot of art for me, Concept. Look him up. One of my favorites. I think he had a collaboration with a snowboard. But look up Concept with a K. Wonderful friend of mine. Did some art for me. So we got around the room. We talked about favorite. We talked about favorite winter activities, I guess you'd say. We have a lot of people who fly south for the winter, so they're warm down there. We're going to bring up next Avery Piper and talk a little bit of shoes, because we have some run over from last week where we had some Space Ghost, and one of our listeners, maybe even below, I don't know if it was Michelle Satin, but someone was looking for some shoes last week, and we almost had a shoe connection. But JR Token was able to come through with some shoes and able to get some artifact. What word did they get? Some Void shoes off to someone who really wanted a pair. So talk about some shoes. Was it? It was Michelle. So Michelle's down there listening. She was able to connect in with JRR Token to get some artifact shoes. And we talked a little bit last week about the Crypto Kicks IRL Space Matter shoes. We did a little displaying on it. I made a little video for it. I'm going to play it now. It's the intro music. I was supposed to play it in the beginning, but we had some technical difficulties going down. The song is by Six. I guess I'll dedicate this to Michelle. You can watch this live video above, and it's about 90 seconds because it's a full NovoVerse song. So this is the intro.
2369. 2369. We are in the NovoVerse. NovoVerse. We are in the NovoVerse. NovoVerse. We in the NovoVerse. In the NovoVerse. We in the NovoVerse. In the NovoVerse. It's lit in the NovoVerse. In the NovoVerse. NFTs in the NovoVerse. The NovoVerse. NovoVerse.
There we go, my friends, all my aliens, apes, and zombies watching out there. That was a little recap from last week where we were speaking about Artifact shoes, the minting out there. Myself and great friend Avery Piper from 2 and 4. You're wearing a Converse shirt there, huh?
Yeah, not a Nike shirt.
We were speaking about it and kind of just made like a little investment into some artifacts, and we got some Artifact shoes, some Ghost shoes last week. So where does it stand? I mean, we saw a little movement on eBay, a little bit of aftermath with ShoeCon going on, stuff like that.
Yeah, I think one interesting point, and Novo, before I even say anything, I think I want to give you a lot of props for, I think generally the way that you've made content over the years, I can say now, you've been making content for a long time in Web3 space, in Web3 time. I have to give you a lot of credit for the types of content you've been making. I think it's just like gotten better and better, and especially being able to see even that quick video of those shoes. I haven't seen a lot of content on those first crypto kicks, which are kind of the first Artifact IRL shoes that came out with this Nike partnership using that Nike technology. So anyways, just want to give you credit there. But yes, I'm really excited about this Dunk collaboration. One of the things that, or I should say the Dunk creation by Nike and Artifact combined. I think one of the things I like to say in this space is that the opportunity for digital ownership is what brought the nerds to this space. And then I think the authentication of physical goods is what's going to bring the rest of the world. And I like to say that especially partnerships like what Artifact has done, which has been acquired by Nike, but to be able to really blend the two worlds and make it cohesive and create demand for people who don't know what Web3 is, I think is gigantic. And one of the pieces of arbitrage, Novo, that I think we took advantage of is that I know so many people outside of Web3 were asking about these shoes because they saw them and they don't really understand them. And it's only a matter of time until they do. And their interest obviously is really, really peaked. So to be able to own these shoes before that demand and understanding really comes through in this space is a way not only to make money, but also to have influence in the space and to be early and to have a good understanding of where the space is going. So yeah, I'm really excited about those specific shoes. I think, to be honest, and this is not an understatement, like collaborations or creations of things like this, which are a combination of the old, especially in this way, the old Dunk. This is an old Nike shoe from, I think, the 80s, the late 80s, now being kind of converged with both a new look and also a new capability in digital ownership that's so big. And that specific type of collab, this collab, is I think what's actually going to start a bull run, if there is one, if we are in one. This is the example. These types of things are what get the world to recognize Web3 more. So that's my speech. But let me know what you think about that, Novo, and let me know how excited you are about owning these shoes too, because I know regardless of what happens, I think we're going to make a little bit of money on the resale of these shoes, which is primary for me. I'm just joking, but it's a nice additive.
Hey, I mean, well, let's face it. I mean, one, we're talking with guys who today who ride the volume with Craig and Greeny, and we always got to make profits in whatever we're doing. If it's making art like Neon Kodak from maybe secondary sales, maybe attached to a project, because I would have never bought crypto kicks for sure and spent that type of money on it. But there's only 1,100 of them made, 1,170
Crazy.
made. Self-lacing, like when I watched Back to the Future and saw self-lacing shoes, like that's like a flying car to me, like the future is now. So Artifact reeled me in. They put a little bait on the hook, and they reeled me in because I would never buy these types of shoes. I'm the type of person who goes and buys, the New Balance from the discount store. So now I'm buying them for a couple reasons. One, investment sake. Two, that I'm learning how Artifact is woven in with Nike, and if you're going to be attached to a project, it might as well be Nike, and also apparel. And it comes with pretty cool stuff within it. And I spent actually today making micro content of my apparel, as you guys just saw in that little video with the CryptoPunks IRL and the Space Matter, because these are historic shoes in a sense, and rare shoes.
Definitely.
It was difficult to get them. So trying to stay 2 steps ahead in the game. And maybe this is a good transition over to Craig Coinpurse and Greeny, who stay two steps ahead of the game with just following volume. And with Cyber Monday in Australia right now, talking about the future, why not see where the discounts are and the sales are? If it's within shoes, if it's within Pixel People, because you can look in there as well for some real bargains on NFTs to buy as well. But Craig has been on, I don't know, 6, 7, 8, 9 shows now. And within that, we are charting POAPs and the price of POAPs. We're going to have a free POAP in about 7 minutes here. And this is kind of like my weekly reminder to go in there and dive in and see where things have been within the markets, because I'm a strong believer that markets are led by the amount of volume that's coming in. And if we're surpassing 1.5 trillion and hopefully heading to the 1.6 trillion, then there's going to be more to go around. And hopefully it onboards more people, because we don't want to be stuck in an echo chamber where it's the same 12 people buying the same things. We want more people to come in and experience this full space. So experiencing the space does mean branching outside of meme coins that you maybe haven't heard of, outside of traditional financial coins, outside of maybe gaming coins, which are huge right now. I mean, what I've seen with, and I should put it in there, Live is one, MATIC is going up there. There's a huge press with ApeCoin this week. So without further ado, Craig and Greeny, all the way from Australia, from the future. Are you wearing a Tupac shirt? Oh, I saw there was a Tupac headband there, my friend Craig. Your sound's not working. We're going to go to Greeny real quick. Muted. Give it a check. Cat's got your tongue?
Craig, you good, bro? You can go if you want.
No, I was just going to give a shout out. It's an artist called Crypto Crayons from LA. It was a NFT I bought in 21 when NFTs were all the rage, if you guys can remember. So it was back then. And Crypto Nova, you are asking about whether there's any Monday cyber deals. Yeah, if you just pop into my wallet, there's plenty of NFTs in there, man. Anyone who wants to put some offers on, feel free. I'll be happy to give you guys a few good deals and a few of the shitters I got. But yeah, look, hello everyone, it's me, Craig. If you don't know me, I'm the guy that tries to find things early and hopefully we can make some money, whether it's crypto, shit coins, small caps, gaming tokens, friend tech, you name it, I'm trying to be the NFTs. And without further ado, yeah, a friend of mine and someone who lives just down the road, Greeny's here, so I hand it over to him.
Yeah, cheers, Craig. Yeah, same as Craig. I dabble in everything really. Meme coins on Sol, meme coins on ETH, leverage trading, spot calls. So big into gaming at the moment. Obviously, that's running hot. but also NFTs. So Sol NFTs more recently, been even dabbling, potentially going into AVAX, just with the interest that's going there with the gaming side of things. So my biggest thing and my biggest advice is just don't get stuck playing one narrative. Like, man, there's money to be made bloody everywhere. And if you put in the time, you can actually find it. So, yeah.
So I guess one question is, where do you direct your time? Maybe like starting off, like when you wake up, do you check your maybe portfolio? Do you dive right into Twitter to see what's new? What angle do you go at? Because I mean, sometimes it's hard for me, at least branching out of the echo chamber of what I'm familiar with. What I do is I look right at Bitcoin. As soon as Bitcoin starts bumping, then I know there's going to be a little bit of aftermath, and you could catch some fallout even if you're 5 or 10 minutes behind. And I just go right to ETH, and then ETH usually gives me the general barometer of what's going to possibly happen within the next 15, 20 minutes. And there again, when I'm talking on a chart where you're looking at like a 5 or 15-minute chart, where you can maybe flip something real quick. But you're trying to look for those upsending triangles, those flag posts. But what are you looking at, Greeny, when you're diving in?
Honestly, bro, like I'm in that many group chats. You hit up the group chats first, you see what's happening there. So whether it's Solana popping off or it's Ethereum meme coins popping off, honestly, I don't even check Bitcoin and Ethereum because I know that they're good and I'm happy with entry prices from previous. And it's about trying to make liquidity elsewhere to grow your portfolio in Solana and AVAX and ETH that I sort of go with. Now, much to I'm sure lots of people's disappointment, I actually don't hold any Bitcoin. So I'm a bit more of a degen, and I hold more Solana, ETH, and AVAX as my sort of plays, let's call it that. And essentially, what I do is I do go to Twitter straight away just to see what's happening there. I do check the market. So I'm immediately going to look Dex Screener, which is where you can track all your meme coins, see if there's things that are still hot there. If they're not hot there, I go to Blur to check out what the NFTs are doing straight away in the morning. And then I go back to my central exchange here in Australia, and I just check what's running hot there. So I woke up this morning and gaming's taken off again. So again, like it filters through, and I'm just like shift through all the information, just see what's hot on Twitter. But yeah, you do have to go through quite a lot of information to find what you want to play in moving forward from there.
Check out the top tweets right now. You can actually visually look at what I just pinned up there as well. But you can actually look at our beautiful faces for us that are fully doxed. And there's 2 people that are anonymous, which I love as well. So you can take a look at the different charts that pull up, within on Solano, within Sober, and then also at the pinned tweet at the top from Greeny is gaming tokens and the kind of starter of run within the gaming sector. And that is kind of the catalyst for where NFTs are and what you can do with a digital collectible, because a lot of roadmaps included some formation of games, and those games are linked to different tokens, and those tokenomics can play into the run in the mix here. So if you are looking for percentages gain, there again, none of this is ever financial advice. You're listening to a crypto punk with a clown nose and big shades, but I like to keep my ear to the floor and see what is out there in the space. And a lot of times going through and doing your due diligence, you're getting research and facts on it, and maybe find some origins where you can dive in, if it's from a tokenomics standpoint, if it's from an NFT standpoint, if it's from hopping in a new Discord to get that information. But following that volume, I'm going to pass over to Craig. Craig, any volume or update on FriendTech? Because that's kind of how this journey started within FriendTech. Any new FriendTech? Did we see any movement within funds between Blur and FriendTech? Because I've been trying to track it with your knowledge each week we talk.
Yeah, it's recovered since we last spoke. I think last week when we were chatting, obviously it had a big retrace, big dump. I think a lot of farmers withdrew their funds. So you had the market cap go down from 46 the week before all the way down to 28 was the low, and now it's bounced back to almost 34 million. So it's hit where I think the bottom will be, and I think we're grinding back up. And then another thing I did note was that
quick question for you, Craig. Do you have
Yeah.
that memorized, or are you looking it up on a screen right now? Because you like pulled that right off the top of your head, and I just pulled that question out of my back pocket too. Do you have that?
I just kind of figured I know what you ask or what I
Brilliant. Brilliant.
But as far as the data goes, yeah, the TVL or market cap's on the way back up now. It's bounced about 7 mil back up. It looks like the blur farmers are starting to bring liquidity back. It's interesting enough, when the market in Frentech dumped the most is actually when the most amount of fresh ETH and USD came in. So sidelined funds increased, but people sold off keys. So I think it was a combination of, you know, farmers withdrawing, people kind of feeling like they'd accrued enough points. Like say someone like me, I mentioned last week, I'm at about 4,000 points now. So for me personally, I'm in a position now that I'd be quite happy to I could leave altogether and be confident that I get some sort of return on those points. I'm break even. In fact, I'm in the positive now. So if I'm in that position, I suspect a lot of others were, and they decided to make the call to leave, not to leave, sorry, to pull funds out. So
Sure.
They're in a position where they can't lose. And then what happens, and Greenie will vouch for this, as soon as that happens, the big funds tend to leave, then the little fish leave, and it's a massive cascading effect where you get a bigger pullback than ever should have happened. So anyone who bought at about the 28 mil mark would be up, you know, a good 20% now. Would that have been a smart move? I didn't. I sort of just wanted to see where the dust settled before I make any moves, and I'm in a position that's kind of, I suppose, in a good position whereby I almost can't lose now unless I make an F up from here by getting greedy. So I kind of
do you know when the airdrop is, bro? Out of curiosity.
It's not exactly. I think it's mid-Jan.
Okay. Yeah.
I knew it was after the first of the year. I would be surprised if it was the first couple dates. You know, they usually say January, so they have the whole month to drop it.
I think it'll be the 3rd or 4th week, maybe even be the end, just to give them time to run it up again. But the users has actually started to increase again. As soon as they started removing the farmers that were farming there, the users completely stagnated, and now it's gone up about 10% over the last week. So that was sorry, not 10%, it was a bit less than that, but that was nice to see, because the way I'm looking at it, that was an organic increase rather than farmers coming to do what they do. Also, just in regards to the points that were dropped for the week, you actually got a lot better bang for your buck. So what I mean by that is how they distribute the points mostly is a percentage of your ETH holdings as far as key value, not my key value, the value of the keys I hold. It's normally about 80%. It looks like this time it was about 1.2, so 120%. So those that kept their ETH there got about about a 20, 30% buff. So, you know, if you play, it's hard to play because you don't know how the buff's going to work. So this points drop was kind of the one for me. I didn't want to make a move until I saw that buff occur. Now that I've seen that occur, I'm starting to get the itch. Maybe I'll put a little bit more ETH back in. But I just want to make sure that the TVL steadies and I'm fairly confident it has, but I'm patient. I'm willing to wait. So as far as Frentech goes, I feel like it's copped its pain. It's on the way up, and I think now there's going to be opportunities again now versus over the last sort of 6 weeks we've spoken. It's kind of just gone sideways, right? So there wasn't really an opportunity for fresh cash to come in without taking a risk of what happened of the dip. But now that I feel the dip's happened, same with coins, same with NFTs, if you're still positive in the ecosystem, then I think now there's going to be people looking at it thinking I could make a buck again. And that's kind of, you know, if I'm thinking it again, there must be others. So I think we could start to see that market cap trend up now. And what's going to happen is as that trends up, keys are going to go up. Well, mainly the big keys, or you may even find mid-cap keys go up. They're normally the ones that get the most value. And once that happens, people like me are going to post on the timeline going, oh my God, I'm so smart, I made money here. And then other people are going to come in and try and do it or do it. And it's exponentially the opposite domino effect of what we just found. So as far as how's FinTech looking, a shitload better than last week. And I think now there's opportunities now for people that felt late to come in and farm and also get the value of keys going up at the same time. So yeah, I'm positive about it.
The farming is somewhat of the fun of it, and you have to kind of keep that gamification for the people that want to do that.
Yeah.
And with that, if you want to tag in there, you could follow Craig at Craig Coinpurse on FriendTech. And Greeny, what's your I can push a button and figure that out right here. You're probably at the top. A link tree. I'm gonna click your link tree. Maybe it's in there. Greeny, what's your?
I actually don't. I'm actually not on FriendTech. Oh, well, I am, and I got in pretty hot straight away, and I was earning a lot of money. But then I sort of got priced out, got distracted by other things. So meme coins, especially, probably. And so I've just put my effort in there. And like Craig says, though, I think the TVL, as long as it stays stable, I think it'll run up for the next month and will be a big January airdrop. Like, it's airdrop season across so many different things. Like, if we've just seen Blur, and Blur have come out with Blast, and Blast and Blur are going to be a great hold, I think, for 6 months as well. So for me, I might go back to FriendTech if the volume starts to increase and that sort of thing, and farm. But back to what Craig said before too, I think what they're maybe trying to install to make sure that people stay on FriendTech is actually having the ETH in there, so that way they aren't taking liquidity from the system. And if you have the ETH in FriendTech, it's probably going to be better, or people are going to be more inclined to probably actively trade on there. So if you incentivize it by giving more points allocation for that, then that helps bringing more users, but also liquidity in the system. So yeah.
You've seen each week they've changed and modified, how you're getting different things added to your account, how they rank you by voting, if it's by keeping ETH in there, if it's by holding keys. So they're maximizing what it is for a fair playing ground. And you saw up there before, if you want to visit Greeny on YouTube, he's in there, Telegram, a whole bunch of spots. It's right there. You can take a look up on the top. There's pinned tweets where you actually view this. And if you're listening below, you might hear like 5 or 6 people's mics popping in through my little CryptoPunk head up there, because we are all chatting live video. And we are taking a look at different graphs. We are taking a look at different meme coins. We just got done looking at artifact shoes. If you want to follow Craig Coinpurse at FriendTech, it's Craig's Coinpurse, and there's an S there as well. We're going to transition a little bit over to our pixelated friends. But first, my friends, there's a POAP to be given. And if you claim POAPs, you can open up your little POAP finder right now and type in your secret word. And the secret word today is Greeny, capital Greeny, Greeny, to claim that free POAP. That's right. Claim that POAP right now. You got to claim that POAP right now. You got to type in Greeny with a capital G. All the other letters are lowercase. You could follow him, and he's already getting the Cyber Monday deals going on. And Craig Coinpurse is selling a bunch of stuff. So if you need something, you can hop in there and buy his bags for our Cyber Monday as well.
Please donate generously.
Good old stuff like 2001. You buy that same NFT, he'll give you the shirt right off his back, right there, the same one he's buying. 2001. I mean, that's vintage. It's a follow through within it. And there might be POAPs. There's POAPs in my FriendTech, so you can hop in Crypto Novo FriendTech and hop in there and get a POAP in there. There's also POAPs within my Discord, or you can claim it right now just by typing in Greeny with a capital G. If you forget it, you have 20 minutes. So DM me, blah, blah, this, blah, blah, that. We can figure it out. But I did some shopping yesterday, and I knew I was going to do this. And I was going to hold off on buying anything, but I'm a sucker for pixelated art, if you guys can't tell, for all my apes and zombies there. And they definitely didn't like bait me into this at all. Shame on them. But last week we talked about it Maybe Chet can chime in, or Neon, you can chime in as I dig up. I was in like a find and seek, and the find and seek was, man, it has 96. Oh, I got to pull this up. We got to get this past 100 people. It has 96 likes. That's a fire one.
That's good.
Neon Kodak just gave me a nice GM on the 25th, and I got to find it and pin it up here so we can get this past 100, please. And I'm just a dang sucker for it. And I retweeted it. Thanks for the love. And I think that's like one of the most largest pats on the back you can get. It's like a group of individuals, aliens, apes, or zombies. It doesn't matter who, as long as they are cool, friendly people, creating art. They made an honorary piece of Crypto Novo. It has a nice pixelated tassel hat. The big shades, almost the exact CryptoPunk color. We'll have to ask them because it is here live action. And even the suit that I'm wearing, I shouldn't say must, they did do their due diligence, because the suit I'm wearing is an actual physical suit that I wore on stage at Radio City Music Hall, and I have Decentraland wearables for it. There's a zombie suit of it. The list goes on and on and on. And don't be bashful, Neon Kodak, but man, props on the work. Tell us a little bit about what has been created with the Pixel people. And Chet, you can chime in too. You can unmute yourself at any time you want, my friends. But on with the show. I need to know more about why I'm so interested in the Pixel people.
All right, what's up, everybody?
What's up, Neon?
What up, Novo? Oh my gosh, Brainy, everybody, you guys just dropped some alpha on some financial stuff. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, guys, I'm gonna be straight with you. I was fortunate enough to watch Novo mic drop in Radio City Music Hall and meet him for the first time wearing that outfit. So this is a huge homage to that moment. And then the relationship since. So, Chet, get on up here. Let's talk about Pixel people. I am here. I'm not wearing anything, just pixels and shoes. Love it. We love sneakers too. Ours are called Pixel Force Ones, but we have mad respect for the Air Force Ones.
Wow, you guys got this all planned out. This is fire, because I noticed within that you have different shoes, and you guys definitely pixelated the shoes, and different rainbows, different sets, different outfits. I mean, how long does it? How many? Is there a amount of different amounts of shoes that they have? Is there metadata on that right now?
Kenny on? Okay. No, you go. No, you go. How many shoes did you make? Is it 5, 7, 10? I think 7 or 8. 7 or 8, but that's it? Yeah, hold on, let me check the metadata. Beep.
Look at this. This is like two minions going at it right now. We have voiceovers on both of them. I love the anonymity in this space. I'm seeing Nyan Cat here with Pixel Person. Is it a Pixel Person? Number 47. So I'm actually showing the visual of the Moon Cat with the Pop-Tart for stomach. Blasting off another honorary right here.
It was a real joy to put that one together, because the way he does pixel art is, very true to, the old school style. We've had the luxury of talking to him and learning a little about what he does. And, I think he really inspired not just us, but a lot of Web3. And so we paid homage to quite a few people. Right now, the metadata is not visible, and we did that because after the mint ended, we want art first. We didn't want people hunting for traits. We wanted them to be able to look at the collection and really look for the things that they enjoyed first. And so right now, if you go to any of the metadata or the description, you'll see a date and time of tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time when we reveal the traits. And man, it has just been a hotbed of enjoyment from the community on Twitter and Discord, and we really are getting a lot of people connecting with their actual pixel people, and it's a blast.
We have a cool cat right here, and I didn't even see this. WWE entrance. There's Crypto Novo right there. I mean, Chet, thank you for making that. I mean, I'm flipping through it now. I mean, it's like the Jelly of the Month Club. I mean, people out there talking that if they need something for cyber money, this is the gift that keeps on giving here. I mean, I don't even own it. I shouldn't say mine. The Crypto Novo is out there in the world. I've been trying to find out who has it, secretly going back. I know the wallet that it is in. I don't want to press too much attention to it.
I would say you should offer like 10, maybe 15 ETH.
10, 15 ETH for it?
Yeah.
20. I'm going in with 20.
20 ETH. How about you guys find me a good meme coin and I'll buy it, and I'll give them a ridiculous offer in the non-financial advice that it's going to go up 1030x towards it. It'll be a community effort to get that going in. I have the pixel person right there. I don't know if that's pronounced properly.
As long as the meme coin is not Zen, then I think it would be funny. And shout out to Neon, who is actually the one that did the artwork for the Novo. We fought back and forth on whether it should have the nose, because none of our characters have noses, and so yours is the only one.
What? I have like the one of one with the nose on it. Wowzers! I didn't even put that in your metadata pipe and smoke it for those who are out there into that smoking thing. Haha! I don't even own it. I just love it.
Gotta have that, man. I've got to have that piece.
All of us work together on everything. So finishing touches, hues, colors, all of it. It was all a collective work, and we actually have Lozax, who's not here right now, and super anonymous.
So you aliens, apes, or zombies are anonymous. I'm going through my mental Rolodex of who I shook hands with. I'm trying to figure out who the team is, but I love it anyways because it's so much attention to detail. Looking at the one that Neon posted on the 25th, my CryptoPunk has actually an earring, and it's a hidden trait earring. And if you look on the CryptoPunks in the metadata there, I do have a golden earring, as it's called, and it doesn't show up because of how it was layered. And it's actually a 5-trait CryptoPunk, and they went through their due diligence of putting it. Let me see, right? I can't remember if it's on the right or left side, but putting it on a side that is visible, but they're all looking in the same direction, so it doesn't matter to me. Much love. And I don't know, those shades. Yeah, go for it. Yeah, Chet has a question. Go for it, Chet.
I would love for you to queue up our game on your live stream and just see how far you can get.
Oh,
that'll be epic.
I don't know if I can do it. Can I do it on my computer? On the computer here?
Yeah.
Let me see here.
It's in testing, so anything broken is Neon's fault. Can't just blame me.
I love how you guys are talking and bickering back and forth. It is wonderful. More about it.
Here, let me DM you the link. Maybe that'll be easier. Slide into his DMs. You have to sort away from all the pictures of his pixels, but the game should be there.
Talk a little bit about, if you guys don't mind, or aliens, apes, and zombies. Sorry, when I say guys, I mean anyone. I include everyone in all this. The Pixel people are on the application right here. And if you scroll down, you can learn a little bit more. But then already they have the future collections here with apparel.
Wow.
You have the apparel linked in.
Wonderful.
Here.
Dude, that's pretty dope, not going to lie.
Genuine. Already linked in there. Look at the blockade, kaleidoscope, hoodie, skull party stuff. It's already in there, and you know what? Artists should get paid for all this.
It's a good party shirt, that one there. That's good for the summer here in Australia, that one. The blue one. Oh, man.
Damn right, bro. Damn right.
Oh man, perfect. I'll be running that.
I will get that this week. Yes, and it's been awesome seeing people purchase this already. It's been pretty sweet. No lies. Okay, Nova, I sent you the game link. I slipped into your DMs. No. Before we delivered a single NFT, we wanted to be different. So we developed a series of limited streetwear, which is what you're looking at. And those designs will be gone probably within the next week. And we're going to replace them with new designs. And we'll just keep that fresh every month. Anything that we get rid of, you'll never see again. So that instead of merch, it's wearable art. And it's, you have that opportunity to really own it.
I'm getting a 404 on that link. I am on a Mac. I am streaming a whole bunch of things. It might not let me in or through. I have played it on my phone, and it is. How would you link it? I would say it's a mix between like a mini pool game and like Mario. I guess I can go to the website and show you guys. It's within.
I will pin it to the top so that if anybody wants to play,
that would be awesome. That'd be Air Delish, and it already has a game linked in with it. Ninja Turtles. Did anyone claim a Ninja Turtle one? Was there any Ninja Turtle ones out there?
Wow, that's cool.
There was 2, and then we had the whole spread, but the mint didn't go to all the rest of them. So I think there's 2 turtles and Splinter made it into the collection.
Ooh, 2 turtles and Splinter. I know there was people trying to mint out at the end there. What they did, AP, they did something kind of ingenious here. Is they had a cutoff time to the mint, so I think it got capped at. I guess we can look at see what it got capped at just under 8,000. I think 79.13. Yep, right there, and just love it. The distribution, people can come and get them. Just love the big shades, circular shades on them. I was actually looking in the metadata to find my own CryptoPunk, if it was in there or not, which it is. I did find it. We'll keep it secret. It has something that you can go in there and dig in. I also had a really good friend. We'll look him up. JRR Token had a really cool one too. He had like a Reading a Rainbow visor on his. Yeah, that was sweet. This reminds me of the days when you got to go back in there. You got to get an NFT for real cheap. You just got to thumb through and just find the cool things that made you stare at art for a while and really make you find fun things within the space. And
as a winner, you love trades. So there's 420 trades in total. This has taken us 2 years, and to Kent's point, we wanted to launch our brand. So Extra People is in the works of being trademarked. And to his point, we wanted to launch a game first and an apparel brand to show people that we're here. So we're stoked with 7913, and we're just going to keep going.
No, it's sweet. Let's link in with like Jadu in his jetpacks. Instead of a hoverboard, let's just get a snowboard, because they had a lot of snowboard talking action already here tonight within spaces. And, it's good to see that there's people enjoying the space and, lots of energy on this project. And it's good to see that, people are gravitating towards it. And it's not an echo chamber, because I saw new people going in and buying in some Pixel people yesterday. I didn't even really do the countdown. I just put a simple tweet out there, and the simple tweet I put out there, I used myself as as my own measuring stick, and I forgot the actual verbiage on it, but freshly minted yesterday, and I had real quick 48 tweets, likes on that tweet. And even today, on retweets, I'm getting lots of action in on it. But, having people recognize, what is it?
The secret is the genuine undead community is the it.
Oh, really? You have a...
Yep, they are amazing. They have, the most vibrant Discord in the entire collection. But all of the community is amazing with support. Like they've been incredible. You can see some of their PFPs in the audience. Vector, Melly.
Victor's been going strong. I just started following Victor thanks to this. Obi Too Tall, he's been following, or she has been following me for a while. I appreciate that. Michelle, as in like the last 2 months, following, changed the PFP to almost a Betsy lookalike, which I love there. 4 minutes on the POAP before I forget, my friends. 4 minutes on the POAP. Within that POAP, it tracks what we're doing. I know I pulled up the Pixel people late for this week, but we do have a beautiful picture of Greenie. The password is Greenie with a capital G. You have 3 minutes to get that POAP. It does show the prices, which is cool because you can look at the different POAPs that we have throughout the different weeks and track analytically where these different things are. So you should like, oh, I should have sold it. Oh, I should have bought it. You should have done your own thing. Do your own research, all right? None of this is financial advice. We're here to have fun. That's why we're talking about pixelated art. You can go up in the top, and it says, just for fun. Ignore the bugs. They'll fly around. But you launch yourself up on those pedestals and have fun, just like claiming a POAP. It's free NFT. You can get it in your wallet. Notify yourself about this being a proof of this protocol for listening tonight. Or you can go down there and listen to Corey. JOC, I hope all is going well. I know you have big things coming in January. Take care of that. Ian's going to be on next week. Look down there at IHY, 8IHY. I'm probably pronouncing that all wrong, but it's Ian anywho. Ian, we'll have a special announcement next week. AP, we got something crazy going on. I'm branching off. Pixelated people, I'm gonna be back with you guys so you can recap and give us an elevator pitch. But next week, Ian and myself, Ian has gone forward and gotten a couple grants from the Nouns DAO, and he's pressing forward to get another vote from the Nouns DAO for a lot of money, for like $250,000, a lot of money, and it's all for a good cause. And what we have brewing, what he has brewing, and I was lucky enough to kind of just be an actual fly on the wall at an NFT gallery for this. And he was talking about doing some vertical farming and making strawberries for people who want to reform themselves, aka former criminals. And through this vertical farming initiative, he created a nonprofit, 501c3, where he can get money and distribute it towards different things. And gosh darn it, he's doing it. It's awesome. And he's going to be putting a grant together to submit for the Nouns DAO for $250,000. He kind of gave me a little sneak peek of the video. It's for city farming. And we're going to have city farming on next week about this initiative in Chicago, my own backyard. We've been talking with aldermen. We've been talking with, yes, that's right, the governor of Illinois, the mayor of Chicago. Dude, it's getting crazy. AP, it's getting crazy, and it's getting crazy fast. We might even have like conversations with like the owner of the Mets. Mr. Cohen from the Mets. It's getting snowballed. It's getting big. I don't know if I should be talking about any of this, but we're looking for some votes in this Nouns DAO initiative. If we get enough votes, we could get $250,000 to actually start physical vertical farms going, and we might have allotted space for it. Lots of things we can do with that. It could be shelters for homeless, possibly, but I want to help Ian out by getting him here on the spaces. So we'll have Ian on the spaces next week for sure. So it's a shout out for you down there, Ian. Keep on working hard. We have a couple more things that we got to get going together. There'll be a YouTube video and a bunch of cool stuff going with that. And, you know, I have seen within the Pixel people is that there were, I believe I saw some Nouns glasses in there. Were there some Nouns glasses in there, Neon or Chet?
Yes.
talk a little bit about the fascination to start a pixelated community here with the Pixel People.
Oh, that's easy. So, Leon and I met 2 years ago. And 3 years ago, my entrance into Web3 was a pixelated project that was for philanthropy called Double Pops. And we worked with an amazing group of artists, and that kind of launched everything that I've done in the last 3 years. And Neon, him and I were talking about, like, how do we make Double Pops interesting, because they're kind of boring. They really have faces. There's nothing you can really connect to. Right. So if you look at Pixel People, we kind of look like maybe what was hiding beneath the popsicle. And then there was the joke of, like, can you imagine looking at this popsicle and then out of nowhere, Neon's like, hello, I'm here. There's like a joke hidden in there. So we started the process of, like, how do we create these characters? How do we make them lovable? And then, just we're perfectionists. And it was, we didn't want to be a Web3 thing. We didn't want to be a Web2 thing. We weren't a Web anything. We wanted to create characters. We wanted to create something that can expand, beyond just one industry and one subset of things. So, and that's throughout everything in our collection. You'll see that there's clothing that our Pixel People are wearing that we would want to wear. So it was a matter of, like, what could we put on these things that we could do in real life, and vice versa.
And sell, like I'm seeing them right now, where you have your own merchandise on your Pixel People. The color schemes like you're using are point on. If you look at Raphael, Leonardo, Donatello, Michelangelo, the colors are spot on. You have April O'Neil with the same blue color as an alien. Master Splinter is the same. It almost looks like Hugh Hefner's jacket. What does he wear? Is that a gi? Is that what Splinter wears? Sorry, trying to make a joke. Even my CryptoPunk that I had in there, you have leopard print stuff. Cool things that go right on down the line with, talking about that perfectionist, talking about what looks cool, talking about stuff that you would wear, talking about why I gravitated towards the project of what it would look like. And just cool ass stuff around the way.
There's so much more because preparation for this.
Let's hear it.
Okay. So there's one trait called Dreams.
Dreams.
Dreams is a character that sits on top of a character. You can only find that character through the metadata. Yep. So we originally were going to do SVGs on chain. And, we were able to do so much more by just partnering with someone that allowed us to deliver SVGs. So, anyone that downloads their SVG, they can look into the code, they can see if there's anything hidden. And we've hidden so much, we believe there still won't be some things found for a few years. But overall, the dream traits will be in most of the one-of-ones, and then there will be, the hidden person underneath. So we'll only be able to see them if they can either recreate the assets that they see from the trait, or if they extract it from the SVG and remove the trait. So it's exciting, and we're really excited about it.
So are you saying you physically can't see it? It's only in the metadata. And I know exactly what you're saying, because right now what I was doing, I was quick thumbing through them to see if someone didn't claim them yet. But you're saying you almost have to own it, look into it, click into it. So it is a true unopened Easter egg. You're holding the Easter egg. You have to open it up. That is absolutely brilliant. AP, I know you have another line of your physical clothing coming out attached to 2 and 4. But that is something that you have to think about, is having that hidden metadata in a second layer that is not visible, which is extremely interesting.
We honestly have no idea what that character is below. Yeah. The one that actually, the one that looks like Betty, everything matches the character too. So I'm excited to see what the other ones look like. You look excited, Betty.
Oh man.
No, inappropriate.
Because I'm kind of curious, like if like mine will this be a number? If it's an I guess I can. Well,
yours
is it a name?
It'll just say Dreams Kryptonova, and that'll be the trait.
So there I got.
Essentially, what happened is we randomly, all the assets were randomly generated, and the dream trait was also randomly generated. So it was thrown on top of a completely, assembled pixel person. And so, we can't see that when we look at it. We would have to extract the SVG and look at the code, and we could probably drop it into Illustrator and remove the layers that way. So, ultimately, we wanted to deliver anybody that has Winies with everything they need to create and expand. And so one of the other things that has not been delivered yet is that all 7,913 characters are going to have their own unique story, unique name, unique job, and place that they actually live and support. So that, you can look at your description and you're provided with these basic fundamentals of the pixel person universe. Additionally, if you look at our website, it's badass. And like pixelpeople.app, and you'll see a rotating pixel person inside of what we call an up-res suit. And it's a complete 360 turning around. And one of the reasons we did that is we wanted to be able to show what we believe these characters look like all around.
Oh, snap.
Create and expand, we're providing them with as much as possible.
That is awesome. So the 360 view that we have been looking at, we're looking it up at the top there, chat. Don't worry. We got the views going on up here in the NovoVerse. You can go up there. It's the pinned tweet all the way to the right where you can go into Paris Hilton NFT. You can go on YouTube. You can go into Twitch and actually view what we are talking about, or you can just go on the app, and that is pixelpeople.app. Within their very sleek website, shows the 360 version of this, shows the featured collection right here with different outfits for if you're on the southern hemisphere, in the northern hemisphere for your Cyber Monday sales. Black Friday was last weekend or a couple days ago, but your Cyber Monday sales, you can go in there. And also secondary sales as well. If you want to get in on this fully, what would you call it? 3D pixelated NFTs.
The secondary market, we gave out 7,777 and some amazing bots got quite a few. And it was an incredible opportunity for people to vie with the arts, something and just fly, because we're going to keep cooking.
477 unique owners. It is well distributed. I enjoy what I pulled in there for my personal collection. They're all fun. I would like to get my own and maybe make an AR filter out of it and really spread the wealth with that. Maybe we could talk about getting AR filters made for these and what that would look like for people. We can have everyone in the space go bonkers with these, talk, chat, get on these wonderful spaces. Here are the three I have. If you're watching, you can look up above. Plenty of people watching on YouTube right now. So hi, thanks for watching. Sorry, I haven't been looking at the chat at all. I guess you're making it when people are trying to spam and to have you reach out to their request codes. But you can always like and subscribe to any of us right here. But I have Pixel Person 78, 38, 78, 39, and 78, 40. I tweeted one out. I always look like I have a tassel hat going on. Looks like I have an alien skin going on with almost a Freddy Krueger type of shirt and rainbow shoes. And then I have a spotted robe. I'm going to call it a spotted robe with pigtails, which is my favorite, almost Harley Quinn up top up there. Love the look of these. Very simple, very majestic. Gives you the 360 on them. It's actually right next to my. Yeah, what's up?
I want to say one more thing before we just sit back and watch the rest of your show.
Yeah.
There was one error with the art, and it was there was supposed to be everyone wearing some form of pants, but there was a lot of characters that decided at the last minute they did not want pants. So the bonus that we were surprised with were a ton of awesome pixel people with no pants.
Oh man, that's probably not in the metadata, and that's just going to be one of those. It's going to be a hidden trait no one's going to know about, my friend.
No pants alpha. Well, thanks, man. We really appreciate you inviting us, and
Hey,
appreciate it. Thank you so much.
sale 30 minutes ago, 36 minutes ago, 36 minutes, 5 hours ago, 5 hours. We're having secondary sales popping off for the Pixel people right here. They were given away. They're giving away for free. You can see what you can build. If not, just go onto their website. Take a look at what they have. Always here to help. That's what I do in the show is get artists out here to show what's around. I did my due diligence. I often don't buy, to tell you the truth. It's kind of like speed dating for me where I get to come up here, see what's going on. I wanted to put my hat in the rink and see what's out there. And a lot of times these things actually leave my wallet as Christmas presents. I believe last Christmas, AP got a Void for Christmas. That's the
Still
one
holding strong, Novo. That was great.
one-
That was. Still think about that all the time.
and that Void is actually in the POAP right there. The POAP that was
Absolutely a derivative, if you
we're
will.
utilizing it and using it. We definitely want to have Greeny back on next week if he wants to come back on. Craig, again, AP, we're going to resurface.
You got it.
We're going to show off maybe a Murakami drip shoe next week. I want to have Ian come on and talk about vertical farming.
Yes. I want to hear more about nouns too.
'Tis the season. There again, big shout outs to Pixel people. Awesome stuff that you're creating there. Chet and Neon, thanks. Come on next week if you want to start talking traits whenever those traits come out. Just like Atom Bomb Squad. Remember for months, like no one would know the metadata on that. And people just bought and collected for the fun of it. And then the metadata got released and that spurred another frenzy to find different rarity classes. And I think it's fun. It's the gamification of it. So those aliens, all the aliens, apes, and zombies, I could tell that you guys have thought of this and thought well of what you wanted to put in here. 2 years in the making, well delivered. And keep on keeping on. Any sightings on Crypto Novo, please, by all means, let me know. Speaking of the sightings, Craig and Greeny, make sure you're retweeting and keep me posted what is happening within those meme coins, altcoins, anything. Like, seriously, I want to make some moves here before the end of the fiscal year here in the States. I got to make a move here before the fiscal move in the States. And that's sometimes what I do is I bump a little Ethereum down to something where maybe you can grab a larger percentage. But there again, none of this is financial advice, any of my friends that are listening. All right? Just trying to make moves there. Follow the volume there. Anything else? Craig, anything else you want to drop or talk about? 30-second elevator pitch.
No, not really. The only just the gaming tokens, which Greeny's probably got better percentages on than me. We spoke about that till the last 3 weeks, and they're still kicking ass. Cedarfy, I noticed, is up another 35% for the week. And last week when I spoke, it might have been up. Oh God, I don't even want to think about it because I didn't buy. So maybe I should start taking my own advice pretty soon. But elevator pitch, gaming tokens look red hot. I'd be looking at those. They were a great buy 3 weeks ago. Greeny, what do you reckon? Still a good buy or let it cool off?
No, I think you could definitely DCA into them. I think you just want to make sure you're averaging your cost entry. That's for sure. But yeah, I agree. Like C2 for one, you got to have something like that in your portfolio. So that's a launch pad. And big shout out to Alex Becker, a bloody millionaire on YouTube that likes to shill his lifestyle, but he knows his shit, and he's big on and same with Elio Trades too. Like they know their gaming tokens, and if you can follow what they're doing and think in advance of what they are doing, that's how you make the money. So for example, Cedarfy, that's on there. Like if I have a quick scroll on this, like I've got bags of Immutable X, which has been running hot. Superverse has been running hot. Illuvium starting to get some interest again. Beam is a big one on Avalanche that I've just recently picked up. Echelon Prime is one that I have previously. I actually faded it, but it's definitely one that has gone up 4x already, and I think it could keep running. So if I keep scrolling down, MATIC, I heard a rumor that MATIC might be creating their own blockchain, moving off layer 2 ARB. So that's very interesting if they go well there. Vulcan Forge is a big bag of mine. I've had that for a very long time. Nakamoto games, like if you keep scrolling down, Wilder World, they're all running. They're up 20-30% just for the week. So it's definitely a narrative that I'm playing. That and finding things on Solana and AVAX are the players that I'm really playing at the moment. So that could be NFTs, that could be meme coins, that could be games, that could be tokens, whatever it is. So
yeah, we saw a lot of money going into Solana the last couple months. You can follow Greeny on his YouTube channel as well. Thanks for that alpha. Thanks for that info. AP, anything else you want to chat about here? Because I know last time when we left off, it was a shoe talk, and we spoke with Michelle, who we didn't have the right size shoes for her, but JR Token did have a free minting. So anything else you want to talk about before we walk on out of here?
No, just learning a lot from Greeny and from Craig. Staying quiet over here, making my moves in silence. No, but I probably, Novo, I'm thinking a lot about, will the future of these shoes be available to the public the same way that this part of this drop was? I don't know what their play is going to be, but I think with more and more interests, either people are going to be buying, more whatever artifact item that you need digitally to gain access to the physicals, or are they just going to do the public drops, which thankfully they did this time around. So I was able to purchase some with you and then some on the public drop. So just excited about that, and excited about what the future holds in those sneakers. I think once I see people on the street with them in New York City, it's going to really excite me. It's going to be like, damn, this is here. Because I'm not seeing it if you're, like you mentioned the first time, Novo, your first artifact crypto kicks. There's how many? 1,100 of those. It's like every Nike drop is like 30,000, 40,000 sneakers minimum for any drop that happens. And even with this dunk release, they said they're going to drop the numbers. See you, Greeny. They said they're going to drop the numbers, or they're going to let us know, but it's most likely under something like 20K. It's like combined with everything, all of those dunks. So the number's very low. So it makes me feel confident in its value long term, and also in the, the growth of the artifact brand in general. It's on the trend up.
I think the numbers are low, which would be good if we get more people involved. And I was, while making the micro content, I was looking at other people's micro content. And a lot of it, like, people didn't understand how to get them. Like, they didn't and that was like a big, like, well, I don't know.
Barrier, right?
I want them, but how do I get them? So now those people need to get them on the secondary market. But that thing is, if you're playing the game, the buttons to push. And luckily I have good friends like JR Token who've taught me the right things and the buttons to push along the way to get to that point. So I was able to purchase something like that, which again might be an investment following the volume of where it will come. And that volume is shoe collection and people that know it, like you. And that's why I'm have a little bit more confidence in purchasing something like that, make micro content on it, because I do get a lot of clicks for that. And that is part of the reason why I do stuff like that. I don't think I'd ever wear these, but it'd be like, again, the digital rookie collectible card of IRL shoes. And I think it's going to come to the point where, remember, there's going to be Web3 capability in these shoes. Like, imagine if it's like, hey, you own these shoes, you can walk into the stadium because you've been with us since day one. Like, that's going to be dope. Hey, you can go into this concert because you have these shoes. Hey, you can go into this VIP area because you have these. Because there might only be a handful of people in that region of the world that actually have those shoes that can walk into a Nike sponsored event or sit courtside here or there. So I think that's to be something that's going to be well worth the shoe. I mean, that could be your digital ticket into events that could be past your wildest dreams. And I know JR Token went to one in New York where he had It was an artifact, for artifact party. And just because he had, I can't remember what it was. I think it was the hoodie that he got to, you know, go up in the elevated loft or something that was extra more than someone who didn't have the hoodie. So they have it played. It's just about scaling it. Well, my friends, it's been I'm thankful this Thursday for a lot of things. Keep making cool things out there. I saw some cool things with Pixel people, tons of cool people in the space helping me build. Please retweet the room, even if you're tuning in right now, because people can listen to this on record. We'll be on next week with episode 194. Yeah, I did count them up. They're all on YouTube. You can follow me and subscribe on YouTube. Please do. Instagram, same thing, and all that good stuff. I have a little outro music, but just want to say stay positive and love life. Peace.
See you next week, guys.
Oh, I'm trying to play the video again. It didn't work. See if I'll play that video again.
We are in the NovoVerse.
I'm going to get that song to come up.
One more time.
Maybe I'll just click it, and there we go.
23, 69.
Oh.
23, 69. We are in the NovoVerse. NovoVerse.
Video.
We are in the NovoVerse. NovoVerse. We in the NovoVerse. In the NovoVerse. We in the NovoVerse. In the NovoVerse. It's lit in the NovoVerse. In the NovoVerse. NFTs in the NovoVerse. The NovoVerse. NovoVerse.
Shoes. You, I'm blaming you. Sunday. Stay positive. Love life. Peace. So I love it. Everyone got in on that action.